Sorry about that, everyone. The blue screen of death has arrived, so I'm just making sure that everything is working a-okay. And 3, 2, 1. Oh, look, there's no FM. But wait, bang! Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. To those of you that have not been on any of the streams that are on Twitch, I wish you all a very, very happy New Year. Hope that you're all very good. Back with the stream save today on FM21. Hopefully, just thought I'd pop in for a little bit. Pardon me, a little bit of a stream today, just check in on everyone, see how everyone was doing, and obviously to see if we can get promoted with Forest Green, where things are actually going pretty alright, in all fairness. Just hello to Adam, hello to Marshnator Gamings, aka Yestin, hello Boompool, aka Ronan, how are you doing, lads? Are you all okay? Thank you, obviously, everyone else that's joined in. It's amazing that we've already got the 8 likes. Thank you very much, much appreciated. Obviously, if you haven't left a like, please do. Hello Football Plus. Signed Troy effort. I know Football Plus. You're obsessed with Troy Parrott, mate, which is fair enough because he's actually quite a good footballer, so I can understand that. But I'm not really a Tottenham fan, but I'll actually see where he is in this save. He's at Blackburn on loan, so I'll scout him for next season. Because if we do go up, I may well actually sign him. The 3-2-1 could have been terrible, couldn't it? It could have been horrific. You've been. I don't really know how I want to. Don't really know how if we want to talk about how you were in the save last night, mate. Yes, but you were okay, but had some shockers, mate. But yeah, no, I'm good, thank you, mate. I've had a very good year. Thank you very much, Nuclear Patra, for the like, and thank you very much for joining the stream as well. Much appreciated. If you haven't checked out the Creator Club stream over on Twitch, I sincerely advise that you do, because it's an insanely close title race, and it's just amazing fun to watch. Actually, it's been great. We had a 6-5 last night to finish the stream, and I just had to go and lie down for a little while. In all fairness, no, yes, Din, I have to say you definitely let in more than you saved, mate. But to be fair, like, you've got not exactly the most difficult one as well going on. Apart from last night, you've been brilliant all season. Yeah, you've been alright, mate. It's been fine. You'll get better, put it that way. I support City as well, and you hate that. Fair enough, mate. That's absolutely understandable, to be fair. City are my favourites to win the league, unfortunately, at the moment, because Liverpool just seem to be doing everything possible to throw it away. It never be me to drop a clanger. There was one yesterday, mate, where literally it was trickling. It just trickled over the line, and how you haven't done it was horrific. I'm sad you weren't there to see it, Boompool, but your goal last night, mate, was absolutely insane. I loved it. So today we're going to be kicking off then against Exeter, and to set the scene, I should really set the scene before anything else, because it's been a while since we met up with Forest Green. Okay, so basically took over the team, weren't doing particularly well at all, and now we are 4th and only 4 points off of the automatic promotion spots, so actually doing very, very well indeed. Football, I support Liverpool, mate, and Aston Villa are my second team because of my dad, but I am a Liverpool fan, so yeah, I mean, you being a City fan, I've got not really that much against City, to be honest. I can't stand United more. That's what I'm more worried about. I'd much rather City won a title than United, 100%. At least I'll be streaming it probably tomorrow night, I'd imagine, yes, because I doubt I'm going to have time to do it tonight. I've already had plans for tonight, and I was going to try and nip on at some point in the afternoon, but I've been working on my latest Watford episode, which comes out tonight, 8 PM, so I'll be streaming it tomorrow, probably. Oh, mate, don't. Chris has missed as well, but it was so good, because I was bantering with Chris, who's got, I think he's got, nearly 40 goals now, about 28 games or something. It's ridiculous. Unbelievable. Hello, Reese. Welcome to the chat, mate. Hope that you're good. Hope that you had a good New Year. Good to see you, as always. Thanks very much for the comments on the Barrow episode as well, mate. I don't think I'm going to get sacked. I think we're going to be okay. I've got a funny feeling now it's going to be all right. I can't believe we just missed that, to be fair. I probably should have finished that. I'm trying to remember what the hell was going on really in this. I just remember we were in a pretty good state. Thank you very much for the like, whoever just left that. Much appreciated. I for whatever reason, we're in a very good state of play at the moment for Forest Green. I remember I was actually really, really enjoying it. And then, I'm sorry I've been away for so long. Long story short, it was just it's just a difficult Christmas, really. I'm sure it was a difficult Christmas for everyone. It's not been the best year. I think everyone can say that 2020 has not exactly been the best in the world. So it was nice just to kind of take a little bit of time away. Still do the occasional video, pop on, but just have some sort of time to myself for a little bit. And I hope that you can all appreciate that. But like I said, I'm back regularly now, so don't worry. Especially during lockdown, there'll be a lot more streams for you guys to get involved in, so don't worry about that. Ah, Seabird. Hello, mate. How are you? How was your Christmas? In this save, mate, we're currently chasing promotion with Forest Green. Considering we started near the bottom, we did absolutely brilliant. So very, very happy. Well, I'm less keen about us. I think we might do United, but I'm definitely not particularly about the Villa game. I'm a little bit. We never do well in the FA Cup under Klopp, so I'm not particularly expecting anything magic there. Yes, and if I'm being honest, mate, I think that might be a little bit misplaced, especially with the way we've been playing recently. We've been awful. Genuinely atrocious. It's not often I've not enjoyed watching a Liverpool side, especially under Klopp. I've enjoyed everything since he came in, but literally the last few games of watching us have been absolutely atrocious, and I've just not enjoyed watching the games. Yeah, I'm exactly the same. Cleo, 100%. I was sort of sat there before I came back on, and before I got blue screened, I was sat there going, I gotta try and remember what the hell's actually going on. But yeah, I mean, always go back and watch the other episodes. Just do them as like a quite little sneak peek on the way through. Just flick through them all, and then you'll see whereabouts we are. But if memory serves, we were in a pretty decent run of form coming into this game. But having said that, we've not exactly started playing like it. We were going to lose a lot of people towards the end of the season. I think Nicky Cadden, in particular, who's meant to be our best player, has been confirmed that he's actually going to be moving to to St Mirren. So we're going to be losing him, which is a bit annoying. My midfield are having an absolute shocker here. I've got to take Lundstrom off and bring on Dan Sweeney, see if he can make a difference. Oh my god, I'm Seabird Mike. What? I'm so confused. I hope Klopp has a word yes in, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. Yeah, you say that scenario won't happen about United getting a 95th minute penalty, Boompool, but if there's anything now that's guarantees that United are going to get a penalty against Liverpool, it's just written. I mean, United get a penalty against everybody, but 100% in that, I'm sure. So I'm going to call. Go on, Collins. Get in. There you go. Well done, Aaron. Finally. I mean, it's literally like the only real highlight of the game we've had, but at least it's gone in. That's the most important thing. Get in, lads. Well done. Oh, that's made me feel slightly better. I do like Kigbeer on this left-hand side. He's pretty good. I've brought Solomon on, and he's actually done something good. I mean, that keeping is next level. Maxton's literally just hammered it into his own net. Don't care, though. At the moment, we're going only 1 point behind Newport, and only 4 points behind Plymouth. I think it might be a bit of a stretch to say we can catch up with Wimbledon, because they're on 69 points. They're about 10 points clear of us. But, I mean, that's not too bad. How many games are there in the League 2? 46. So we've got 11 games left, and we're not far behind at all. It's alright, Broom. At least you've admitted to it, mate. That's the thing I enjoy the most. At least you've admitted to it, mate, which is fine. We should have had 2 or 3 pens in the last game. I think you've had... Yeah, what? I don't know, Yeston. I think the Mane one, yeah. I think the... It's alright, it's fine. Oh god, what am I going to do here? I'll bring Corey Jordan on. Maybe he can go and sit in there. That'll have to do for the time being, because Kigboo's tired. He likes to... Thanks, Seabird. I don't know, yes. I don't think we should have had 2 pens. The Mane one, I would have said, was a pen, I think. Because it's pretty clear that Walker Peters trips him. What a goal that is! Hello, Wayne. Well, hello, mate. Happy New Year. Hope you're well. Oh, my God. I mean, look at this. I'm just going to watch this again here. What happens here? So Maxter just clears the ball. Does he just get it really wrong? He's done that first time. That is, thank you very much. We got up to 15 likes. Thank you so much. Oh, it's just literally like, how has he finished that? Literally, look at it. He's cleared it. Oh, that's ridiculous. It's because I'm watching the replay back on the stream. It was that good. I wanted to watch it again. That is a ridiculous goal from Vaughan Coville. How the hell has he got that in? What a ridiculous finish. I love it. What a goal. Well, that's candidate for goal of the series. I think it's safe to say already. It is an absolute worldie. What an absolute finish that is. Oh, well, there you go. Naturally, Ben Paternos did it. I love it. That's amazing. What a finish. Bloody hell. I'm so annoyed by that. Why can't we ever just keep a sodding clean sheet? I mean, we've potentially just nicked this game, in all fairness, 2-1. We've had 6 shots and scored 2 of them. So I think we might have gotten away with one here, but a win's a win. I'll take it whichever way it comes. I'm still getting over that Vaughan Coville goal. That's a ridiculous finish. I absolutely adored it. I don't know how the hell he did it, but who cares? Gretchen, considering they're 8th, that's a really big win. Well done, lads. That's a great finish. Well done, lads. Poor. Love it. So Ash Kigbo's out for 2 to 3 days. That's annoying. Apart from the pens, I think we were all for... Oh, mate, don't even start me on Trent. Thank you very much. Oh, see that Wayne's even doing the like button for me. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, the fact that we're up to that many likes already is amazing. Thank you. Get to 20 by 20 past, if only. Oh, that's amazing. Trent was awful, like, the other night. There's bad game. He's been awful, though, since the end of lockdown. Like, I've been a bit pissed off with Trent. Because it's just not enough. Hello, James. How are you, mate? Well done, Sebby. Thank you very much for turning up. I love the greeting as well. Hello, big boy. Thank you very much. Oi, oi. Yeah, thanks, Seb, for turning up, mate. How are you? You good? Reese, Mike, do you think Leicester can challenge for the title? No. No, I don't. I would like them to, because I like Brendan, as we all know. But no, I think Leicester's squad isn't quite big enough, and I think they struggle to break down teams that come and sit back against them. Very similar to the way that Liverpool are right now, which is why I would make City favourites as it stands. Because, yeah, I mean, City have just got the personnel to be able to do it. They've gotten used to it over the years. So my money would be on City. I think Leicester will be maybe in the top 4, but not title challengers, no. Although in this season anything could happen, so I could well be wrong. No, Trent. Well, like I said, Trent's been awful for like the last 6 months. To be fair, yes. When you Robbo on the other side, Robbo's like running rings around him. You know, like it's just horrific. I can't get my head around it. Thank you very much. Oh my god, yeah, we have. Thank you very much for all the likes, guys. Thank you. Much appreciated. But yeah, we've I don't know about. It's horrible because it makes me sound so bad, but like at the moment I just don't like talking about football at the moment because I'm taking it very personally at the moment. It was like my dad was saying to me the other day. It was really funny because me and him were talking about, he watched the Liverpool game and everything, and we were just saying the problem is that when you've kind of like been watching what is like almost near perfection for like the last 2 years, that you kind of forget that the team are allowed to have sort of off days and everything. I would not be as bothered if it wasn't for the fact that United are literally right up our arse. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be that bothered. But because it's United, I'm a lot more... I get really tetchy because obviously I don't want them doing anything because I can't stand them. And I can't stand Solskjaer either. So it's literally like my worst nightmare at the moment is coming to the fore. It's coming true. It's an absolute travesty. And I can't... I'm struggling to cope with it. I'm struggling to cope with it. Bruno is single-handedly making me believe slowly each game that something may happen. Well, yeah, as long as Bruno's there, I think United have a chance. That's the annoying thing. He is genuinely that good and that good at winning penalties and finishing them. That He is genuinely a sensational player. He's the irony. He's literally the only player from United that I would have in the Liverpool lineup. Like, he's literally the only player. I wouldn't have any of the rest of them. Like, literally wouldn't have any of the rest of them. Just him. Double A is still mathematically possible for Arsenal into the title. It is, mate, and you have to believe. If you don't believe, then you will never achieve. That is nearly a brilliant goal. How has he missed that? Oh, Lundstrom. Should have buried that. We're against Stockport and they're bottom right now. I think that's the thing, is that's what I was saying on the stream last night. I do think United have it in them, though, because they are, well, and Nicky Cadden, get in, mate. United are, they go on these kind of streaks. Like, I get the impression that Ollie is like a kind of souped up Alan Pardew. Because don't you remember, like, literally that Pardew would do that whenever he was in charge of Newcastle or Palace? They'd literally win like 8 games in a row and then lose like 6. Do you know what I mean? So I think United have got that in their locker as well. They've got that ability to go off and have a run like they're having, but they've also got the ability to suddenly just completely fall apart. And I think any team that kind of tries to come out and play against United, that's where you're in trouble. I think if you can kind of sit back and defend the majority of it, you'll be okay. Just don't make any tackles in the box and you'll be fine. I do remember the fan channel, Reese. Yeah, no, I subscribed to it on my own personal account and on this one as well, I think. But obviously I haven't really seen that much in the way of it recently, but then I've not been giving like, the most amount of content that you could be able to do it with, exactly. When Arsenal beat them. Well, as a Liverpool fan, I can only hope that Arsenal beat United. That's all I can hope for. I can only hope that Arsenal beat United. Like I said, for me, I'm less worried about United and it's City. City have always been the one you keep your eye on. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen with them, because maybe when the Champions League comes back, they'll put all their eggs in that basket. I do find it quite a coincidence that as soon as the Champions League games are stopped, suddenly City's form in the league suddenly goes up. But when they were playing in the Champions League as well, their form was really, really hit and miss. So maybe it's that. Oh, hello, Kuro. Go on, put this ball in, mate. On someone's bonce. Get in, Aaron Collins. Yes, guys. I don't want to sound it, but I'm beginning to believe. I'm almost beginning to believe that we can actually do something here. I love this Vaughan Coville lad out on the right. He's excellent. It's a lovely ball into Collins. Lovely little flicked header. I love that. Well done, lad. I'd watch out maybe for Arsenal, mate. Yeah, it's all about timings, isn't it? Really, I don't think Liverpool will lose to United at Anfield. If it was at Old Trafford, the game coming up, I'd be a lot more concerned. It just seems to be working out pretty well to make it a really competitive league. I'm pretty sure that if Liverpool had got, well, everyone's banging about the Van Dijk one, but it's literally just like any of it. Like, how the hell are you meant to accommodate for all 3 of your senior centre backs to be out with season-long injuries? Do you know what I mean? That's just freak, and that just never happens. It's not at Old Trafford. No, yeah, the Arsenal game's at Old Trafford, but the game at Anfield isn't. Like the next one coming up for Liverpool isn't at Old Trafford. It's at Anfield. But I think, yeah, the game against Arsenal is at Old Trafford, I think. Which, to be fair, you know, United's record at Old Trafford at the start of the season anyway wasn't particularly that good, so maybe there's a chance. But yeah, Cleo's pretty much hit the nail on the head there, in all fairness. Is it at the Emirates, is it? Oh, right, okay, well in that case, even better for Arsenal then. But yeah, no one expected the amount of injuries or penalties for tripping yourself up. The Pogba one the other night, just, I feel for it, because obviously like my dad's a Villa fan as well, so I am a little bit biased. But at the same time, like the Pogba one the other night was an absolute travesty. Do you know what I mean? It's literally just like he just falls over himself, and apparently it's a penalty just because he's in a United shirt. It's literally ridiculous. Yeah, no, our home record is imperious. Apart from unless you're managed by Sam Allardyce. But yeah. Well, we'll have to find out. We'll have to see how it goes. I am a little bit nervous about the game, but ultimately, like, without sounding, I'm kind of like writing this season off a little bit. The only reason it's literally as close as it is because we've got... For me, it's the Jota injury. The Diogo Jota injury is the worst one because Jota was in such good form. And he'd literally just taken to it like a duck to water. And so obviously then to have him kind of get injured as well, it puts so much pressure on the rest of the front three. That was the thing about Jota, is that he was actually pushing to get in with the rest of the front three. So I think that was the biggest injury blow. I mean, hopefully Thiago coming back will make a bit of sense. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to the Thiago versus Fernandes in the Liverpool United game because hopefully Thiago will play. Can we just not concede goals, please? Connor James gets his third of the season. Can we just not concede stupid goals in like the last minutes of games? I swear, actually, did I have another? I did. I had a cautious 4-3-3 route 1 tactic, so that's changed to that. But it's going to be an interesting game. That much is for sure. I'd rather City win tonight. I believe they're more likely to beat Spurs in the final. I think City probably will win over a couple of legs. To be fair, I would love it if City did beat United, though, just because it puts a bit of a dent in United's form. And I do think, because if United go off and beat City, it's just going to pump them up even more. I wouldn't also worry about James because it's Spurs, mate. No matter who they meet in the title, in the final, they'll bottle it. It's Spurs, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Yeah, I think, no, exactly. That's the only reason that there is a title race at the moment. If Liverpool had their full strength squad, we'd be absolutely fine. We'd be absolutely fine, I think, in the title race. Well, having said that, we conceded 7 to Aston Villa while Van Dijk was playing. So it's the Otter one for me that pissed me off, because at least then we look like we could outscore people. It's just there's just so much pressure on Salah, Bobby, and Firmino. It's just not, it's just too much pressure for him. Mane's not been anywhere near as good this year. Salah, I think, has been arguably excellent. Even in the game against Southampton, he didn't mix it. He looks like quick and thing, but they just don't get the service into him. The only player we have that can actually deliver any service at the moment, until Thiago gets there, is Robbo, because Trent is literally just... I've never seen a guy who's just so intent on smacking crosses from anywhere inside the pit. It's a bit like he knows he's quite good at it, so I'm just going to keep doing that, like literally all the time. Like last year and everything, when Liverpool was sort of like relaxed and playing well, a bit like when City did, there was always one more pass. There was always a bit of this calm assurance that don't worry, we'll work our way through in the end. And everyone panics now. It's horrendous. I will never forgive or forget Pickford's challenge about that. Or Pickford belongs in prison, to be honest, after that sort of thing. That was that's sort of genuinely the sort of thing that you'll get done for assault. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I'd like to think that he didn't mean it, because if you do, then you are a piece of filth if you do mean to do that to a fellow professional. But at the same time, like, it's not. It's just a weird one, I think, in my mind. I find it all a bit annoying, to tell you the truth. I don't like it. Yeah, I think that's what annoyed me, is that if you want to have a go at anyone about the Pickford challenge, then you have to be having a go at Michael Oliver. I can't cope with that. And the thing was, I was a really big Michael Oliver fan. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. He was the best referee in the country. And now I think he's an absolute clown. He's just not had a good year at all. Not in the slightest. I saw that double. You liar! I've actually been watching the Harry Potter. Did anyone watch the Harry Potter clips over Christmas? Clips, films. I did. I watched. Well, I've still got a few to go, but I watched the first one and I watched the Chamber of Secrets. So good, literally so good. My scar, it keeps burning. I think it means danger. It was just so good. Just so good. Jeremy Cooper, I had to go to the sauna. Have I missed a lot? Well, less about this, mate. What sort of sauna are you trying to find? That's the best bit. Who doesn't love a sauna? That's beautiful. How are you, Jamie, by the way? Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. You've not missed that much. We've won all our games so far. We played 3, I think, and we've won them all. So we're playing quite well at the moment. Also, I thought the Pickford got away with this, isn't it? Yeah. Because he's somehow England's number one. I don't know how he's England's number one. How it's not like Henderson or Pope or just any. It's just I find it. Don't. The less I talk about Jordan Pickford, the better, because it just makes my blood boil. I've never known a player who can be so bad and yet seemingly have made a career out of being a complete donkey. It just makes me angry. It makes me feel like I could be a goalkeeper. Do you know what I mean? Although the more he kind of screws up against Liverpool, the better. But unfortunately, the worst thing about that game was literally like he's somehow managed to stay on, managed to basically nearly end the career of one of his other fellow professionals, and then he proceeded to go and have a blinder, apart from the last minute where he conceded a completely legitimate goal that he effed up. But of course, Mikey Oliver found a way to disallow it because he just loves us. Oh, you can watch both of them. Go on, Hammer. Go on, mate. Whip it in. Whip it in. Back. Get in. I love it. Viv Solomon Otterball, you absolute beast. It's taken us a little while to break down Grimsby, but we've done it. Barry who? Barry Scott? I don't know. Whenever I hear the word Barry, I automatically think Barry Scott. Seal it, bang. And the dirt is gone. I love that. Get in, boys. Always. I haven't watched Lord of the Rings in ages. I might have to do that now, Double A. You've encouraged me to watch Lord of the Rings again. I might do that. I might just sit down and watch the extended edition all over again. So good. Oh my god, Cleo, that is a reference. Philip Dagan. Was it Deegan or was it Dagan? God, I remember Philip Dagan. He was atrocious. Right back, wasn't he? Was he a right back for a bit? He was, wasn't he? God, he was awful. I'm trying to remember who brought him in. Was it Rafa who brought Dagan in? I think we might have to. I'm trying to remember. Flipping hell, that was tense. Jesus Christ, what happened there? Did you see that? Fall Out Boy is my favourite band. Is Fall Out Boy. I think you said it twice yesterday, but yes, I get where you're coming from. Dagan. Yeah, it was Dagan. He was so bad. Along with Jimmy Traore. That's a disgusting tackle. Send him off. Get rid of it. Bang! And the dirt is gone. I love Barry Scott. I do have a favourite band, mate. At the moment, it's probably the 1975. I think are my favourite. My favourite band at the moment, maybe Foals. I like Foals. I like Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac are good. Lionel Richie and the Commodores. Yeah, loads of that. Absolutely loads of that. Oh dear. Oh, those were dark days. Philippe Dagan. I do remember he was injured all the time. Who was the other one he signed? He signed quite a few, didn't he, Rafa? He had some absolute blinders. Who else did he have? Hossamy? Do you remember Hossamy? I think it was Hossamy. He was pretty bad. Hossamy was pretty awful. Thin Lizzy Double A is a good shout. The late and forever great Phil Lynott. What a man he is. I love Phil Lynott. I went and saw a technically they are like a kind of cover band. Is that Sean Scannell? The Sean Scannell. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it, Jamie, mate. That is I'm sorry, mate. No one should have to go through that, but I'm sorry to hear it, man. That is, yeah. Bless you. Oh, you are kidding me. I thought they were going to score again there. I don't really know what to say now. I feel I'm just really sorry to hear about your loss, Jammy, mate. That's never a good thing. I remember losing my granddad, and he was literally like my best mate. Me and him were as close as a close thing. And mine was my granddad was cancer, I think, and my nan. So I'm sorry to hear it, mate. Hopefully, it wasn't as sort of bad as it can get, if that makes any sense. But it pretty much will be. It'll just be a bit of a bad pit. It's always worse when it's around Christmas, to be honest. Always worse when it's around Christmas. So, but hopefully, mate, 2021 will be a better year for you and for all of us. At least that's what we can hope, anyway. Yeah, exactly, Wayne. Sorry to hear it, Jamie, mate. From all of us here at the community, especially from me, mate. I'm sorry to hear it, bud. That's never good. But like I said, hopefully next year will be a bit of a better year. It better be a bloody better year. It can't be as crap as this one. You'd like to think, because that would be pretty atrocious if it was that bad again. Oh, for God's sake, Newport have scored again. I thought we were going to get into the top three there. We're literally doing everything we need to do to sort of... Oh, Plymouth are dropping points, though. We're only played 2 points behind them. This is going to get really, really close. Exactly, Mikey. Come on, we got 4 minutes to go. Come on, boys, just hold on. Hold on. Come on. We always just concede a stupid goal. But we'll take it. Another win racked up. So we're 6 points clear of Morecambe, 2 points behind Plymouth, who are in second. So we're not far off. Cadden is injured for 1 to 2 days. I've got a fair amount of players apparently that are tired. Naturally. Who's Lundberg in charge of? Swansea. Bloody hell. Yeah, thank you guys. See, we're all here for you, Jamie. We're here, mate. We know. I'm going to have to give Vaughan Coverill a pay rise. I think you're in a bit of a boost. I'm not selling it for 600k, though. 5 million. Someone wants to come and get him. Come and get him properly. That'll do. We've had a really, really big run of fixtures there, I have to say. If we can get through this with like loads of wins, I'll be absolutely delighted. So, Northampton are 6th. That could be quite tricky, actually. So there, how far are they behind us? Oh, someone's just finished scouting Troy Parrott. Well, there you go, Football Plus. Troy Parrott is apparently rated at 94. So I should definitely try and sign Troy Parrott next year. Try and get him in on loan. Oh, don't be daft, Jamie. Don't be daft in the slightest, mate. I'm glad you feel like you can open up about it, mate. Don't worry about it at all, please. Never ever apologise, mate, for saying how you feel about something. It's absolutely fine. Too many people hold too much stuff in, mate. Bottling up stuff does not help. And like I said, you know, we've got the mods in here to sort out trolls and everything like that. So you won't get any of that from this community anyway, mate. So don't worry about it. It's a safe environment here. Of that, I can assure you. So don't ever feel like you need to apologise for that, mate. Trust me. I'd much rather my subs were honest and feel like they could talk about stuff, mate, and be honest about things than just like kind of bottling up for everyone else's sake. Do you know what I mean? It's not a good way to live your life, dude. You gotta focus on yourself a bit sometimes, you know. Exactly. We are all a big family here, so we all feel it, mate. Don't you worry about that. Oh my god, I'm on a B at the moment. This might actually be like the best I think I've ever done. It might be the highest managerial rating I've had ever. Anytime, mate. Don't worry about it. And thank you guys as well, obviously, for sending over your condolences and everything as well. I'd love it, actually. I'm really proud that we got a nice community that make everyone feel welcome and safe. It's such a nice thing to have, so thank you, everyone. I have to bring Jordan in there. Early's Tyler. I don't think Moore Taylor can make it for another game. You know, come on. Do I bring Lindstrom on? I might stay with the same team. Yeah, I'll stay with the same team for the time being. We've been in such a good little run of form that we can't really afford to take anybody out. Come on, boys. We can do this. I hope. Come on. Well, apparently they've lost 3 of their last 5. So, theoretically, we should be able to turn it on now. Oh my god, Vaughan Coville. If he signs that new contract, what a way to celebrate. It's actually 40 seconds in. Come on, get in. Guys, what's happened? Is this from my centre-back? No, it's Sweeney. I mean, that pass is nuts. What a run, and what a finish as well. I'm loving it. I hope it's not B for bad. I bloody well hope not either. Exactly, Adam. I love that, Mike. Only one topic I dislike in the chat, and that's Jack Wilshere. It's not far off the truth, to be fair. Frederick Hamar has hammered us into a 2-goal lead within 3 minutes. Oh, you beauties. Guys, second. We're up to second at this rate. Obviously, it's very early doors, but look at this. Look at it. I'd love to go back and see where I was beforehand. I'd love to go back and see where we started originally. 26 hours, yes, and what have you been doing for 26 hours? Get some sleep, fella. No, come on, boys, don't let them back into the game. Don't let them back into it. Keep them out. Go away, Francom, go away. And you, Missilou, whoever your name is. Missilou. Go away. Hoskins, that's a good ball. Chickawaker. Oh my god. I've been revising playing COD and other things. I mean, I feel for anyone that's in school at the moment because it's just all over the shop. 1 minute you're in, next minute you're out, next minute exams are going to go ahead, then they're not. Go back on the league and look at past positions if you remember where you took over. I hope so. Alright, I'll go and do that then, Jay. I swear we were down in we were at least down near the bottom-ish of the table, in the bottom half of that, I'm certain. Jamie says easy promotion. I hope so, mate. Let's hope so. I could really do with a nice easy promotion rather than making it really, really difficult. What a miss and what a clearance. Yep. I've just got to hope that the boys stick at it a bit now. If I can get to 3, I'll feel very safe, but I never really feel safe on FM when it comes to me having a lead. The amount I've thrown away this year has been ridiculous. But I've got a Vaughan Coville. So, God knows, Mike. Are there no GCSEs or A-level exams to see it? No one knows. Nobody knows. They have actually been cancelled, have they, today officially? I mean, God knows how that actually works out for the actual educational system then. So when are they actually going to get to do them? All teachers' opinions of what students will get. Oh, bloody hell. I suppose, to be fair, that's the best that they can kind of do, isn't it, really? I mean, how else are they going to do it? It doesn't really make any sense. Although, if you've got a teacher that's out for you, you are screwed. That's crazy. Right, tactics-wise. So, Hammer is knackered, and Dye is going to come on for him. Oh, God, what am I going to do? So, Sweeney can go and fill in there. Craig Tanner can come on there. And I've got some absolutely knackered individuals here. Some proper knackered players. I'll tell you what we're going to do, actually. Forget the custom Gegan press. We're going to go route 1. Go back to that. Sit back. Defend the lead. That's all we can do now. Just try and hold on to a 3-0 lead. We are in control. We should be okay, but it's FM. And, I mean, McGee, that is a save, my man. I remember we sold our best keeper and then brought McGee in instead, didn't we? He's actually done quite well. I love this. If you compare it to like my Sporting Lisbon one, in this then, my XG is 0.55. I've had 6 shots. We've scored 3 of them. School starts tomorrow again for me. Where are you based, Jammy, if you're going back to school then, mate? Oh, no. Chukwu Mecca has made it 3-1. Schools has been screwed last year and this year. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have no idea how anyone's going to make any of it work. But it's just... Yeah. The funny thing is that as much as like we can all sort of sit there and scoff and get annoyed by stuff and everything, at the same time it's a bit like we are where we are, and there's no point in getting too het up about it because we can't change it, can you? Do you know what I mean? No one's ever dealt with anything on this sort of like mass thing before, but I do feel like, not that I'm very big on politics, but I do feel like the government should have done a lot better with all of this in comparison to what they have done. I think it's been a little bit poor. Speaking of poor, you're from Finland. Oh, nice, Jammy. Very good. I imagine it's quite cold where you are at the moment. I'm getting a little irritated here. This is not good. Not good. Oh, shit. Shit. Now what do I do? I've got to take Kitchen off because he's knackered. Please don't let us throw away a 3-0. I will get a PS5 when the time is right. When I can actually get one. Aaron, I really needed you to finish that, mate. That would have sealed the game, you'd like to think. School's been closed in Ireland as well. That doesn't surprise me either. It's only around -6 here. It's only -6. Having said that, actually, I went out for a run the other day because I've been kind of getting back into it a little bit, and it was hilarious. Cause I kind of went out and I was like, "Oof, God, this is a bit nippy." And then it was literally only when I was looking at my Spotify on my phone and everything that I literally kind of saw what it was, and it was literally like -4 outside, and I was sort of sat going like, "I must be mental." To be fair, actually, when you start getting going, it's not the end of the world. Like when you start moving, actually, it's not as bad. That has made me a very happy man. Get in, Aaron Collins. Get in. I swear one of your Discord rules says no politics. I don't know if it does, actually. I'm not really 100% sure. Probably because I wouldn't understand what half the people are talking about, because I have no faith in politics. And it's why I tend not to get too involved in any of it. I'll always vote, and I keep tabs on stuff, because at the end of the day, if you don't vote, you have no right to complain. That's always been my philosophy, because how in the world can you expect change if you don't do anything to actually help it yourself? But then I don't particularly like the way that our political system works, because for me, I'm based down in Dorset, and Dorset has always been and always will be a Conservative county, and always has been. And if I was to not vote Conservative, then it wouldn't really matter, because everyone else around here is Conservative. So it can be quite, what's the word? It can be quite depressing, I think, when you look at it like that, because basically you're at the kind of, just because of the demographic around here, they're all older, elderly, which means that, without sounding horrible, majority of them will be Conservative, because that just seems to be a running correlation. And so even though I may not align with what they're saying, etc., etc., it doesn't matter, because even though I vote, and I might not vote Tory, it doesn't matter. So it's just a bit of a pain in the arse, really, if I'm honest. I don't like our system, potentially. I know it's been there for years, and that's why we have it, but I'm not a big fan of it. Sebi strikes me as more the political man. He'll probably be able to fill you in on most of the details, but I get very irritated by it very easily. Can you imagine? So, yeah. By the way, we're second. Just thought I'd put that out there. We're second. Did Mike vote up UKIP? Not in your lifetime. Not in your lifetime, mate. Speaking as a man that lived out in the Middle East between the ages of 4 and 11, yeah, so just because I lived out in the Middle East between the ages of 4 and 11, I grew up with like so many different cultures and everything. It's unbelievable. So I've never really known anything different than just to have lots of people of different cultures around. So that's why anyone that talks about sort of the way that people kind of portray immigration, etc., and all that sort of stuff does do my head in a little bit. And basically anyone racist or anything like that does my head in. DICC, yeah, exactly, Wayne. Exactly, mate. Exactly. That is exactly. Well, there's a couple of really good comments in there. So James has basically said, I mean, I can't believe that this is getting into I can't believe we're getting into politics on my channel. You all come here for the laughs and the sex jokes, basically, most of the time, and the dirty humour. Basically, the voting system is shit. Yep, correct. It could be worse. It could be like the USA's, where the guy who's currently is still apparently complaining that there are votes that have gone missing, which is, yeah. And the fact that he's even allowed to entertain that idea is baffling to me. But the less we say about him, the better, because the less attention we give him, the sooner he'll piss off and go away. He's just an odious man. I do not understand why the popularity vote isn't a thing. It would easily get more people to vote. Yep, 100% agree. You know, very similar to the way that it was with Brexit. It should be just majority. Do you know what I mean? It just should be. Yeah, there's no way of putting it back. You just equal out the amount of seats that you get in the Houses of Parliament based upon the actual overall voting of each individual person in the UK, rather than in terms of this. Cleo is bang on. It is basically to stop the rise of any other sort of party in the slightest. That's why I think originally it wasn't the Brexit, it was UKIP, wasn't it? When UKIP got seats, etc., etc. And I think it scared the absolute bejesus into like all the other parties there, because it was a bit like, hang on, this lot have kind of come out of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, basically it is rigged to keep the people who are in at the top. You will never ever have, I don't think in my lifetime, unless there's literally a massive, what's the word I'm looking for? Unless there's suddenly a massive change in terms of the voting electoral system, we will. I know in my lifetime I will probably never see anything other than a. I will never see anything other than a Conservative or a Labour government, which I find absolutely baffling, and frankly I find it wrong. So, but that's unfortunately what we're stuck with, and we have to make the most of it. Which is, yeah. I've literally, yeah, I'm sorry. Just see, this is why I don't talk about it. Talking about it makes me angry. But yeah, it is Victorian and archaic. Sorry, Double Eight. Where do I live in the Middle East? I lived out in the United Arab Emirates, mate. I lived out in Abu Dhabi, which is the capital of there. So I'm literally a stone's throw from Dubai, if you can throw a stone over a few miles. But yes, I was out in Abu Dhabi in the UAE. While I was younger. It was great. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I would love to go back one day. Yeah, I was going to say, this isn't exactly one for like the younger viewers, is it? I'm just sat here like talking about politics and archaic electoral systems. I always look at the education and health policies when I dictate who to vote for. Makes sense, Mark. I don't think you should ever go in on something with a predilection of going, I've never voted Tory, so I'm not going to vote Tory, or I've never voted Labour, so I'm not going to vote Labour. yeah, I know a lot of people are affected by like their parents and stuff, and their parents are always like, you can't do that, blah, 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 blah. People should be able to make their decisions for themselves based upon whatever it is that aligns with their values in comparison to others. It just turns out most of the time that a lot of my values don't align with many of the political parties, because I don't believe for a second that any of them are I just don't actually believe that. I just don't believe that they're actually going to, do anything that they say they're going to, because it tends to be that most politicians are liars and scumbags, which sounds horrible, but they are incredibly full of self-interest. I don't even want to go back into the whole bloody expenses debacle again, because no. So hang on, I've got a few more. They got 4 million votes, not a single MP. Yeah, well, like I say, it's because naturally it's all about the constituencies, isn't it? Which is baffling. But I think it's just the sheer amount of people vote for him. I think is what scared people a little bit. But the issue is, though, with what we have is the small party stopped Labour getting into power in northern towns. Multiple places Labour lost by the equivalent of the votes that the Green took. In all fairness, I will openly admit I'm not a big Labour fan either, and I'm not really a massive Tory. I'm probably more of a liberal, but again, I'm very loosely related to politics. I don't particularly align to any such values of either of them. It always seems to be, in my mind, that in British politics anyway, there always seems to be sort of like cycles. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have a cycle of Labour coming in and doing progressive things that obviously kind of benefit the general populace more than just the rich, which is a great thing, but then they spend pretty much all the money and bankrupt the country. And then what tends to happen is that people then get upset because obviously there's not a lot of money, so then the Tories come in, and then the Tories basically piss off the entire population by not giving them any sort of benefits of any kind of variety and making life a little bit harder, but they end up saving more money than Labour would have done. And then it just goes through cycles. Labour are obviously more progressive and Conservatives are more conservative. That just seems to be like the way that it rolls. And I don't know if you'll ever find that sort of happy balance between the two. And the one time that I was really, really unsure about any kind of like things, and I think Labour had a real opportunity to maybe sway me, they put bloody Corbyn in charge, and then that just... Yeah, I mean, respect a man for sticking to what he believes in, but oh my god. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I think Claire's right. Let's talk about nice things rather than the depression that is... There you go, Claire. We can talk about that. We could talk about Toure smacking me in front there. Thanks, mate, for that. Oh, genius. I wonder which way you vote, James. So I lived in a holiday destination. Not really. I mean, sort of maybe technically, yeah. I mean, it wasn't like a paradise island, but it was pretty good. In all fairness, it was great fun, and I did absolutely love it. So. So when you reopen Mike's stream with headphones on, he screams right in your ear. I'm terribly sorry, everyone. I'm terribly sorry. I get very excited. I will send a Keir Starmer. I won't be voting late. Yeah, liberal, James, liberal. But then what's the point? They're never going to get in. So anyway, yeah. Enough of the politics. More about the football. It's 3-0 and we're cruising. And I've thoroughly enjoyed... Don't... Oh, for God's sake. Why can't we just keep a clean sheet? Whether it's FIFA or FM, my inability to keep clean sheets is so frustrating. Yeah, I don't understand anything about UK politics. It's okay, mate. You don't have to. Don't worry about it. Come on, boys. We are still second, aren't we? Get rid of that. So we'll bring in Viv. No, he's an Arsenal fan, Reese. If memory serves. Get Dan Sweeney in. And there we go. Hopefully we'll be able to finish this off. When is the next episode of Barrow on FIFA 21, Mark? I'm hoping it'll be tomorrow, mate. If not, it'll be the day afterwards, but I'm hoping it'll be tomorrow. I'm actually going to make this the last game, I've realised, because it's nearly 5 o'clock. And I have to go and order myself a Chinese. So I'm definitely going to go do that. Go on, Solomon. Go on, Aaron. Finish it. Aaron Collins has actually been very good, to be fair. I've enjoyed him quite a lot. Well done, Aaron. How long have we got? 5 minutes. Okay. Do I really need to make any changes? Probably not. Probably not. I should be okay. We've got 4 minutes left. I don't know. I've not seen Ben in ages. Go on, whip it in. Oh, for God's sake, what a save that is. Yeah, no, I miss Ben. He was great fun. How long have I got? 4 minutes. Okay. Well, we smashed Salford as well. I mean, I've barely done any commentating on the game because I've been talking too much about politics and all that kind of nonsense. But so we're 3 points ahead with 7 games to go. 7 games to go. But we've been so good. So good. Actually, if I look at it now, what's the... Look at this form. The last time we lost a game was against Scunthorpe 2-0. Look at the form. It's just, absolutely ridiculous. Look at the form. Look at it. It's a sea of green and yellow. I absolutely adore it. Next time, we may well finish the season, depending on if we end up in the playoffs or not. But we may well end up in the... we may well finish the season. Got Port Vale, Wrexham, Tranmere, Wimbledon's going to be a big game. It's going to be a really, really big game, the game against Wimbledon, considering that they're top at the moment, I think. They got Harrogate, Cheltenham and Cambridge. We should... I think we should be able to get... It's going to be tight. Really, really tight. Anyway, hopefully then we'll finish that next time that we're on stream, which may well be tomorrow. It might be in a couple of days' time. I will let you know. Just keep your eyes peeled on the notifications of the channel. Thank you, obviously, for everyone joining the chat today. It's been great fun. It's lovely to have you all in. Thank you very much for all the likes as well. It's been great, great fun. I've really enjoyed myself. It's nice to see you all again. Obviously, thank you very much. Hope that you've had a lovely new year. Thank you for joining in. I shall see all of you very, very soon. Until then, take care of yourselves, everybody, and stay cool. And obviously, if you like what you see, please do like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. Bye, bye, bye.